There's a new exhibit at Ringling Museum and it's being described as profound and emotional. It's called Phantom Bodies, the human aura in art. Curator Matt McClellan is here to tell us all about it. That really got me excited.
It is.
Phantom Bodies, the aura, that's the invisible sheen around people?
So this is a very powerful and deep exhibition that really looks to how art objects can inspire remembrance and empathy and compassion in us as we interact with them. The exhibition is composed of work by many of the leading contemporary artists around the world today. It was curated at the Frisk Center in Nashville, so we brought it down here. And it's really a wonderful opportunity to deal with some of the heavier issues in the human condition, the human experience. We look to art for a lot of things, and one of the things that art can really help us with is processing difficult times in our lives, and a lot of this work deals with loss and remembrance. The phantom comes from the notion of the phantom limb syndrome, where the brain, after an amputation, the brain will compensate and think, and you feel that the limb is still there. In much the same way, these works of art, as you're interacting with them, bring about ideas and memories of the past and can really help you process through some of the darker moments in human experience. And unfortunately, that's always timely in our world, but it seems even more timely, even more poignant right now.
We're seeing that so often, things that's almost impossible to deal with.
Exactly.
And art can help us get through
Art can give you a voice, and it can frame that experience for you.
Now there's another exhibit, Exposure. What is that?
Exposure, this is a photography exhibit, mostly taken from our permanent collection.
So it's not obscene.
It's not obscene, but it is about the nude in photography. And you know, the nude is a major subject throughout Western art history, and when we see it in a painting, we automatically assume that it's fine art. We don't have a problem. But oftentimes we associate the nude in photography with the illicit. But it's been very important in the history of photography as well, in much the same way it has been with painting. So here we have a wonderful collection from our permanent collection on display, looking at the way the nude has been used in various ways in photography, and also that special relationship between the photographer and the subject or model. Our curator of photography, Chris Jones, has done a lot of research into the models used for the photographs, so those stories are told as well, which I think is very important.
Very good. That sounds very thought-provoking.
Yeah, the pictures were very interesting.
Yeah, they're really beautiful.
And that's a big skill, I know, as a photographer, is to connect with your model in such a, you know, exposed and intimate.
Exactly, intimate. Can you imagine feeling any more exposed than being in front of a camera without your clothes on with an artist? It's a very, very special, very close relationship.
And I imagine that relationship will depend on how that person feels comfortable or not comfortable.
Exactly. I think we've all seen photographs where you know the model has been uncomfortable. It really makes a difference.
Now, the Graphic Studio, tell us about that.
Yes, Graphic Studio, again, coming largely from our permanent collection, opens next week. You know, one of the things that I want everyone to know is there's always something new at the Ringling. We're constantly changing our exhibitions, and this focuses on Graphic Studio in Tampa at the University of South Florida, one of the great university ateliers or printing programs, printing presses in the world, really. They partner with the leading artists from around the world to really push the boundaries of the printing processes. This is Graphic Studio's collaborations across borders. And again, Chris Jones, who did the wonderful photography show, he also does our works on paper exhibitions. And this is looking at Graphic Studio's collaborations with artists from Latin America. So it'll be a wonderful way to get parts of our collection out of the vault on view in the galleries. And again, we'll provide some really interesting facts and experiences of Graphic Studio. This is a really beautiful print. It's one of, I think this might be the only image that we have, but it's one of the images that you'll see when you come in, and it's a kind of different take on map making, a notion of place and location.
Is that the tip of Florida?
Yeah, so and what comes down right off the tip of Florida? Cuba, right. So there's a lot going on in that part of the world today. And these will definitely, some of these works will be dealing with those issues as well.
As it gets hotter and hotter, more people are heading for the Ringling.
Exactly, yes. One of my great lines for the summer is it might be 90 outside, but it's always 70 degrees and 50% relative humidity in our gallery. So
Well,
it is a
that's
great way.
Amazing.
And
It
you can
is.
learn so much, and,
And
you
you
don't know
can
you're
learn
learning.
so
It's
much. You can
enjoyable.
learn and have fun at the same time.
And it's always changing. I
It's
think that's
always
neat.
changing. I always hear, I was at the Ringling last year. Well, you need to come back because everything's changed.
Well,
And
thank you so
Thursday
much.
nights still a good
Thursday
time to be
nights,
there.
one of my favorite times. Art After 5. We're open until 8, and it's reduced admission.
Wow.
And their cocktails.
There,
Yes, and yes,
I didn't
exactly.
know that. I'm glad you
Yes,
brought that
Linda points out the important things.
Cocktails.
It is a wonderful
A few
date night.
pictures
It is,
hanging
right,
around.
Yeah.
Thank
right,
you so
yeah.
much,
Makes it much
Matthew.
better.
That sounds great. Ringling.org.